What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark, and once again, big shout out to Philip. Now we're going to start Junk Culture 1984, but that's because I forgot there were a few bonus tunes in the expanded folder for Dazzle Ships, so we'll circle back and get those at some point, but I'm here to start Junk Culture, and the first track is the title track. It seems like a caustic or at least critical assessment of the nature of some culture. Now, cultures can be national, they can be niche, they can be mainstream, they can be political cultures, social cultures, cultural, artistic. They can be many different forms, but to call something a junk culture seems to be a negative assessment, and yet I suppose it could be about knickknacks and odd bins and things that don't fit in other categories, and so junk is maybe less a pejorative and more a qualitative description. Either way, I'll see what I can catch on a first listen, and there's no guarantee that there will be enough lyrics to get an assessment of it, but let's find out. This is Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark, Junk Culture, the first track on the album of the same name, 1984. That groovy bass, but also those quasi-lasers. I like that. Almost like a Spanish brass. Already wondering if we're going to hear any lyrics. We did have some spoken vocals, right? Those vocal chords were mostly kind of heavy and dissonant, but the end was very, almost like church organ. And all the while that kick drum. feel vindicated for at least raising the possibility that there wouldn't be any lyrics, which I did because the end of Dazzle Ships had a couple tracks that were these long instrumental synthesized explorations. This one had a bit more of a dance floor kind of feel, but without any lyrics, without any true vocals. We did have some spoken word over a interdimensional PA somewhere type of vocals, so there were actually spoken words in the track, but I don't think they were consequential, and I don't believe they said junk culture. So yeah, maybe that's the idea, at least, you know, all the bits and the odds and ends of some, you know, dimensional vortex brought together and somehow becoming a unit, even though they weren't originally designed to go together. So that's my best guess as to the meaning of the phrase, or at least the essence of it as I hear the sonics. Of all the parts, I did like that quasi-Spanish brass type of synth layer the best. I really thought that had a cool sound to it. The laser, you know, the echoing laser did guide the tune nearly as much as the kick drum and that rolling bass, so some pieces were more central than others. There was that kind of fishing reel sound. It could have just been like any sort of metallic object spinning or winding up or unwinding. So yeah, curious about some of the sounds and the way they got them. But an interesting tune. Definitely not one that I would expect to be a major hit or like a, you know, burning up the radio waves. But another one that I think shows their willingness and their desire to seek out unconventional arrangements of synthesized sounds. So cool tune. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Peace.